Top dog.
Esme wants a chicken sandwich.
I'm glad that's in the formal document.
Love you. Break legs.
Love you.
You're going on there to fight. So listen, you're not making a conscious decision to fight. So think about, okay, right. See that? But you knew that. See? So I'm not following you on purpose. I'm not following you on purpose. Patrolman just said he's following on purpose. I'm not following. No. I said I'm not following on purpose. Am I going for every goal? Hell yeah. But I ain't about to make you do it. Hitting you and doing all that extra shit.
I get out there every now and then. You hear me?
Crazy as hell. You are coordinated like that.
Oh, but I'm an athlete. My coordination is nice, bro.
He on my part. Bro, he all that handball.
Yeah, I play handball.
Any iron hoop.
Bro, listen, I'm athletic. I'm athletic, bro. Like I don't play no games. You hear me? My hand-eye coordination good. Like everything. Cuz was just telling me yesterday. Cuz was just telling me yesterday. He was like, bro, you don't need glasses, bro. Because I was out there shooting the ball without my glasses on and shit. But I'm making a shot. So like, but the point he was making was, when you can't see far away, that fucks up your depth perception. So how the fuck are you making these shots? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and I don't hoop though. But they don't hoop. No, they're real glasses. Yeah, they real glasses. And I can't see close. It's nice like that. Nice like that.
I look like it. I don't even think I look like the snow. I look like nobody.
Yeah, no, fucking most of the time I'm good at most things that I do. So it's like, and then most of the time, like I did a lot of fucking martial arts and shit like that when I was young. So that brings a lot of coordination. So like it just ties into other stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
You walk down the steps.
Now if we had that, I would do that. I would do that.
Yeah. He like, he got I've been at a hit him with the trade. I got up there. That's good because I was about to wash my clothes. They come to my room. They like, shit was ready to bring. Like, all right, working tough up. You working? I'm like, man, you gotta take me to the medical line. I'm cool. Just take me straight up.
Grayson, you want like probably something on the box, maybe? Okay. I trust you.
You don't think on the line. Longer than 30 days. You just tell me it's a lot. Fucking 2 weeks ago. He like, yeah, I heard you doing shit.
Yeah, bro, people just don't know how to interact.
Baby!
Well, no, what's up? What we got going on? Said the barber fucked you up. Teaching you patience.
So listen, I already got patience. This is one of the TCO games. That's no regulation.
But how this there you go.
Yeah.
Right. I'm glad that you know that.
And there's a part on the ice net where I think it's this. I like this part where he goes into. There was another part where he's talking about capitalists, all that stuff.
We'll have a Q&A to talk there.
All right, gotcha.
Garrett, do you know if LaFond is going? Okay. Do we have to call him down? I don't know.
It's about how he likes effort.
What's up, good brother? How you?
Folks, no, you don't have to be back. Not the puncher.
Wow, they puncher. The man puncher, you hear me?
Yeah, I have it.
7 days.
I feel like you lift my entire leg today.
We'll get you a ladder.
Yeah, it's very scary. Just focus. It was very scary all the
Go step him out.
Yeah, you figured it out. Huh? Figured it out.
Oh, I know.
What's up, Derek?
He's gonna paint.
What did Sean get? What did he say he did? Bezel.
He coming. That's why I call it. Why I pull up when you like. That's
Shake my shit all the time. And I say, I got to coach this. That's all his shit look like. I made that dumb move, bro. Trying to get the throat.
I had to shave all this off when I worked at McDonald's.
Oh, there it is.
It was like a real rule, bro. Like he was like serious, bro. Like, real, yeah. Like, yeah, you gotta shave that. I said I can cut it down. Downtown.
He was downtown. Out Carnegie.
Where the fuck did I work?
I worked with my downtown. I worked there one day.
One out Wilkinsburg. I was the one at Carnegie. Clutch, you hear me? Overnight. Smoking and shit. Yeah, the one
That's how I was working at the
he there overnight.
smoking and shit.
Yeah, my manager. They don't care. Like, let me hit that.
I was former state puncture.
I get one name some leave, bro. Just I want to work. I said, bro, I work at 2 jobs. You know, it's like Quinta or McKnights. That was over at the hotel that I work at McDonald's. I'm gonna come to the Quinta. I'm like, bro, I ain't working today, bro.
Facts, bro. I mean, man. Remember, I used to sleep, bro, like this. So, yeah, shit. I probably get like 2 grams or something. Not heavy, but you know what I mean? Just here. Hey, my cousin Rose said was sus. I forgot to tell you. He had rubbed me a letter. He said, remember back in the day when Rose was upstairs? Remember I was always telling you, y'all Rose upstairs. So he mentioned niggas in that letter.
Hell no. That's what's up though. It was turned back in the day.
Bro, niggas now my weirdest man.
I like that.
I think I was in I used to always think like if you don't, man, you'll be so serious. They niggas just like you, just on a higher pace. I thought that was my first time really working, bro. I was telling I'm not 2 jobs, bro. This man paying niggas $7. Come on, bro. It'd be like I'm 32. This man paying niggas $7. I'm so dedicated to working. Them stop there though at 24 doing dishwashing job and getting 17.
Early night.
What's nice to me though? 17 and wash dishes. How I can I'm trying to make my own business and I'm trying to get 18. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hey, brother.
Yo, bro. You need them like this? You need them like this?
Eugene, I need you sitting there, man. This is a specific setup.
I'm gonna put it right back. I just got time.
Okay, well, okay, you can sit there until class starts. How about that? So
Every month we bring the name. Oh, so and some Carlos played later. Some people sit down and reading the name. Stand up. Anyone who thinks they're saying.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, big ass fun.
Come to the block and say, all the chairs and the tables put beside it and break hands. Good break hands. Get on the ground and spin.
okay, Mike, so that's an option on that one card. What's on the other card?
Parents clowning.
Okay, what do you think that means? What's the difference? Kevin.
I don't know, man.
You got everything.
He's on
What's the
Attention, all inmates, report to your cells, count time. Attention, all inmates, report to your cells, count time.
if you say this officer died because of the stress or whatever of his job, that's what we say the union does that. You can't get up and say they have done a fentanyl, or they shouldn't have done the fentanyl. We shouldn't really be honoring them. Of course. Everyone knows that. The warning in every facility, they all know that.
I know both of these people. I know him from the break. And I know him. He was cool as hell.
Yeah. Of course.
We got Garrett in on it?
If we had Garrett on Wednesday, great. I can sit right there. That, you sit
In between me and John.
Yeah, no, John.
Somebody just tell me what to do.
You hear no? Oh, I got your letter. I got your letter too.
Okay.
No question. No question. Yeah, right. I do got your letter. I did bring your letter.
I have a call.
All right. Hello. The time is 10:45. It's Friday. The what? The 13th? Is it Friday the 14th? Oh man, this summer's getting away from me. All right. It's good to be back. Eugene, can you scoot your chair up right there? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right. It's good to be back, guys. How are things in here?
It's going.
Okay.
On this side of the room.
Okay. All right. How many of you guys were here? Okay, raise your hands if you weren't here. When were we last year? Wednesday? Raise your hands if you weren't here Wednesday. All right. For the guys that were here on Wednesday, would you mind giving them a couple bullet points about what we covered on Wednesday?
Everybody focus up. If you're here on Wednesday, tell the new guy or the guys that weren't here what happened. What we're doing.
What we doing? I want to know. So Carter went to the gold room. He attended the JLB meeting. Okay. He went to the that's what it's called, the gold room.
He thought that was just a strip club.
I definitely thought it was.
He's like, damn, Carter.
So he attended the definitely issue with the hose like.
Okay, let's get back to the class. Let's get out of the strip club and back to the jail. Come on.
So he attended the JLB meeting and the setup that you see is how it's to reenact what it looked like at the gold room. So we covered that and we signed our waivers like to be able to be photographed and videoed and like this is going to be the setup for Wednesday and Friday. So they asked that we write a piece on something if we wanted to, make sure that it's something good because it's going to be edited and if it's some bullshit, it's not going to get in. So make sure it's something good.
Talk about anything,
basically anything, but the jail oversight board, they talk about stuff related to the jail. Like we had Sean was supposed to do something from Hamlet, just to mix it up. Maybe you had something from Death of a Salesman.
Iceman Cummins.
Yeah.
So when can I go to tell that for?
Carter?
So what's going to happen is that I already have a structure for how this is going to go. I'll show you guys. So here's what we're going to do. My dad and I have put together an introduction for how we're going to start this piece. It's basically, word for word, we borrowed basically what they used to start the meetings with. It's like, good morning. Here's where we're going to make our comments from the public. And please be respectful. Don't swear. Don't yell. Do stuff like that. It's a whole monologue. My dad and I will probably do it together. It's going to be great. And then after that, we're going to go into the reading of the names. Now, what I'm going to need from one of you guys is that we have a quick quick monologue. It's like a sentence and a half. It says, "Hello, my name is blank, and now if you are able, please rise for the reading of the names of the dead." I'm gonna need one of you guys to stand up. Todd, you want to do that? Okay, that'll be Todd then. Okay, here, take this then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll switch it up each time. So we got the reading of the names after the introduction, and then we'll go into the reading of the names. This was brought up on Wednesday. I forgot who said it. Maybe it was Kevin. But this is like, it's going to be a snaking pattern. So it's not all of you like guessing who's going to.
That was me.
Is that you, Meech?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to do a snaking path. We're going to do a snaking path, and we're going to have a specific order set for the reading of the names, because Meech said that it was a bit difficult to just do it all willy-nilly and not really have an order set for that. So that's going to have like a path going throughout the, well, basically you guys, the public, the stands. It's going to be great. And then afterwards, we're going to get an order going. Hopefully you guys did your homework, and you guys are going to come up, you're going to write your names. You're either going to be in Act 1 or Act 2. Once we get done with
Act 1 and Act 2, though?
He's explaining it.
I'm explaining it to you. So this is going to be Act 1. You're going to write your names. Then Act 2 is going to start. We're going to start with Oliver Southgate, the long piece about the guy doing the vandalism at Carnegie Mellon. The
crazy guy.
The crazy guy.
He's fighting evil.
Oliver Southgate fights evil.
Oh, that's the dude you was talking about with the paragraph who was stuttering and all that?
Yes, exactly.
Stuttering George.
We're going to start with Oliver Southgate for Act 2, and then going through Act 2, you guys are going to fill in your names, what order you want to go in. Anyone left over that wants to share today. Does that make sense? Then we're going to cap it off with your names. It's going to be great. We're going to add Mars's piece in later. I'm going to save that. It's a beautiful piece. It has there's a lot of content in it. It's very quality. But we're going to save that until next week. And then we're going to go into your names, and then that's going to be the end of it. My brother Grayson is here. That's the tall guy in the back. He's going to be filming.
Blood brother?
That's my blood brother right there.
Yeah.
Grayson.
That's your son,
Doesn't
Yeah.
he look exactly like him?
They got the same moms.
Yeah. Grayson. Grayson. Come in front. Come in front. All right. This is my brother Grayson.
He's tall as hell. You know.
He's tall as hell. Exactly. Yeah. Eugene's got it on point.
Who's older?
2 years. And he's a foot taller than me. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real. Dude, we do karate lessons. He kicks my ass. But exactly. So here's what's gonna happen. This is my brother Grayson. Grayson, do you want to tell the guys what you're doing here today? Walk through the camera setup and all that.
We're just capturing some B-roll for the.
What's B-roll?
Just like footage that's just like meant to like go in between. Like there's no audio for it. It's just images. It's like, you know, when you're like watching a TV show and like
skits.
It's a fill-in. It's a fill-in.
And it's like there's like maybe like shots of like the city or like cars going by, and then it's the characters. It's kind of like that. Next week we're gonna be bringing in more equipment than this. This is just like a few things that we're going around here just to see what like the setup. Just like it's not that serious. Don't worry too much about it. It's not to like stress you guys out. It's not anything too serious. It's more for me than it is for you guys. Just like run it like it's not there.
Pretend like he's not even here. Grayson,
Yeah.
do you want to actually don't? You want to tell him what the cameras are doing? He's 6'8".
6'8", yeah.
I'm 6 foot. So we got a camera up there. We got a camera right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grayson, you want to tell what
We got a camera up there. We got a camera down there that's recording whoever's sitting in this chair. That one's getting the whole room. I got this one that I'm using just to like get
Still
for, like,
photos.
other shots that I want to do when I come back with more equipment. Don't worry about it. It's all fine.
Hold on, get my good stuff.
Trust me. It is my job.
You gotta bring a
to make
special
that look
camera.
as good as possible.
Just for you.
This is I was telling someone about, I forget who I was telling about this, but this is going to be our tech/dress rehearsal in theater terms. Next week is my last week here. Next week is for next week is for real. So like, if you don't have something for class, bring something next week. We're going to be here on Wednesday and Friday.
No, we're gonna be here on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
I ain't gonna lie, I heard y'all was talking about me when I was in the hole.
Of course, man. We
Yeah,
missed
we
you.
want to
We missed you. We're happy to have you.
thank you.
Everyone clap for Eugene if you're happy to have him back. to explain that?
What?
What they're supposed to be bringing?
Whatever
I
you
was
want.
talk about pencil and paper because I don't write statements. I ain't
Okay, so listen. You have, if you're unsure, you have on your tablets, I keep telling you, you have the transcripts of the jail oversight board. You can read it and see what people are talking about. You could create your own thing, right? Someone said, I want to talk about the programs here that are good.
It's you,
Right? Because everyone just goes there and bitches. Everyone just goes there and complains. And I said it. You got the politicians who are politicians, you got the activists who are hustlers, and you got the church people who are marks. Right? We don't have you. This is your chance to say something. The jail oversight board does not work. It's all this energy going in different directions, accomplishing nothing. If everyone could get on the same page and say, listen, we don't want the criminal justice system to be like this. We want the world to be better. And these guys have a lot they can contribute. And these activists, if they could contribute. And these church marks, they could contribute. And these politicians, they could contribute if we all just got on the same page and focused on simple things like setting guys up not to come back. That's simple. That's what can we do to get? I know the food shit. I'm sorry. I know it's jail. I know everything sucks. I get it. But you've heard me yell a lot about this. But I had men I really loved die in prison who were great men and who I could use out here to help me with what I'm trying to do. They'd have given both arms and a kidney, and they'd direct a swimming pool full of Legionnaires' water, whatever, to get out, and they'd never come the fuck back there. They live in a box because they understand what it's like to do 30, 40 years, and you're still going to die in the state. So it's like I see you guys as guys, I don't know your cases, but I don't know at all. But I think you guys are all coming back. Most of you have to be coming back at some point. And how do you get through this hard moment now, build yourself into what you need to be to come back into the world and not come back in here where you are a property of the state? And if you're a black man in America, understanding the history of this country, you want to belong to someone else? I'm just saying. So I've known great men who started off just like you, got some bad situations, and died in prison. One of my friends is dying in prison right now.
But he got life.
He got life, and he has MS.
What is that?
Multiple
sclerosis is a bad disease.
It's called what?
Multiple sclerosis. They call it MS.
There's no cure for it.
There's no cure. You just get sicker and sicker until you die, and you're in a wheelchair. You can use your body less. This is a genius man. If he was out, I could work with him. Like I work with Farouk. It's a miracle Farouk is out.
I
Farouk.
want to know how the hell do you get that?
You gotta be inherited.
It's inherited. It's not contagious. Don't worry.
That's like genetic.
Yeah, that's not the point. Is and that's not a health class. This is a destroying my mental health class. So that's the point. So what can you say? You want to talk about this class? You want to talk about a program you like? You want to talk about something?
So can we go up there and talk about it?
Right.
So when can we do that?
Your Carter's going to have you put your names up there and then up there, and you'll just go in order, just like at the meeting.
All right, well, can we start?
Ask him.
Order.
So, bro, hey Gina, the goal of this is for the board to actually see it.
I was going to tell him now. I went to the
No, I know, but just keep that in mind. There might be a good chance that they're going to watch it.
So you want to think
So make it good. That's my point.
what would they actually care about?
They need to care about these inmates. They need to care about us.
Okay, let me, before we go, just as a devil's advocate, or in this case, a white devil's advocate. Come on, that's pretty good. You can be funny, but I'm not allowed to be funny.
I'm listening to what you're saying.
I hear you. I appreciate you. They need to care about you. Gino,
Yes.
They need to care about you, right? And by you mean the people in this county jail.
Yes.
The people in this county jail, a large portion of them, do not care about themselves.
I'm saying.
I know, but why? I pay taxes in Allegheny County. I'm actually in here doing this work. Why should I care about people that don't care about themselves? I have my own fucking problem.
That's not true.
No, I'm asking you why.
I mean, I can't even answer that.
Well, you don't have to have it. You can. It's something to think about.
Like, why should y'all care about y'all COs?
Yeah. Why should I care? Why should I care about the COs? They chose this job. They can quit. Go do another job. I don't really feel this way.
We don't even get to go home. Y'all get to.
I understand. I'm just giving you
8 to 16 hours. They get to go home.
I understand that, but I'm giving you. This isn't even necessarily how I feel, but I'm telling you what a voter could say. Okay, yeah, they get to go home. They chose this. You were doing what you did, and you got here. You chose this. Why should I care?
I ain't do shit.
You didn't do shit? Okay.
Excuses.
Yeah, all right.
Todd's like reeling it.
Todd said it's time to go.
Todd is our director.
All right. Okay.
let's-
Point of the matter is, this piece means a lot to me. It means a lot to my dad. It means a lot to my brother. This is a family affair for us. Okay. I hope this means a lot to you too. There's a lot that you can get out of this. I'm dead ass. I'm serious. This is, we're holding up a fucking mirror to the jail oversight board. We're saying, look at all this shit that you guys are missing in here. Okay. And by that, I mean you guys. Okay. You're human beings. We're going to hold up a mirror. It's going to be great. We're going to turn this into something more positive and more progressive. Okay? It's going to be great. Okay. Raise your hand. Actually, you know what? Never mind. If you have a piece, if you have something to say, go up to the board, write it down.
And you have 3 minutes, and we're going to run a timer just like they do at the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a wing that piece because I ain't ready yet.
Okay,
but
go
I
write your name down.
I know what it's gonna be about.
Carter, where did the names go for the first wave?
First, Act 1 is on the left side of the board. Act 2 is on the right. We need to make sure that this is filled out. Baby, you got Iceman. Go write your name up there. Mm-hmm.
No, just put your name. You don't need to know what you're going to talk about.
This is for
You have nice handwriting.
Thank you.
Look at you can go and just give us a rough draft. This doesn't have to be your final draft. It's
Baby, why don't you go next? You got to fill that out. Now you got to fill that one out.
It's the same thing. Just small breaks.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things happen. Okay, Act 2. All right. All right. Okay. We got to flesh out Act 2 a little bit more. All right. I got some transcripts from the August. This is from last Thursday. If you aren't speaking, who wants to take a transcript?
I got another one.
Okay, hold on to that.
You speaking in that there too?
Yes. Yeah. You gotta flesh this out. We got 2 left. Anyone else? We're just kicking.
So on Act 1 is the piece that you want to speak about. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's something out of the jail, of the oversight board, or if it's something original that you're coming with on your own. Act 2 is the papers that he's passing out right here, so you can read them as a part of.
Okay, I got 1 transcript left. You want to do it, boss? Hell yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah, go put your name on the second side. Act 2.
Oliver Southgate.
Oh, people are here. Hello, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here. We have it set. It's just showing my photos. So Card's ready to kick this off. Just so you know, we've got 2 gimbal cameras set up for B-roll. We've got Grayson going with a still photo camera. We have going back to the original performing history Egg Timer days. And we're obviously recording the Zoom. All right.
Okay. Who is not getting up to speak to kick a piece? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. Okay, LaFawn. Who else? Richard. Richard, I see you. All right. All right.
Smells like Oliver Southgate.
Yeah. We're going to split up Oliver Southgate a little bit more. Garrett, do you want to do some Oliver Southgate with us? Awesome. Perfect. All right. Richard, get us off with Oliver Southgate night 2. And then LaFawn is going to cap us off. All right. Okay. So it should be Richard going first, and Oliver Southgate, then Garrett, and then LaFawn.
Oh, Andy's here.
All right. This is feeling good.
Andy, you don't have to respond, but you were in Carter's application.
Yeah.
Hi, Susan.
We're fleshing this thing out, man.
What's up, Roger? How's LA?
Hey, Norm, real quick. Sorry about the camera. Mine's not working, so you're not missing much, but I'm happy to be here.
Greetings from LA. Garrett, what numbers do you have?
No problem. Good to see you, Roger.
678. LaFawn, what numbers do you have?
Don't worry, Andy. Nobody wants to see you.
Okay, so it's going to go Richard,
Susan,
Garrett, and then you.
No,
you're
you're good.
Mike, you're good. Did you? Are you speaking today?
Yeah.
Okay, go put your name up on the board. Awesome, nice. All right. This is our running order for today. We're going to do an introduction, then we're going to do the reading of the names. We're going to do, Eugene's going to kick something, then Meech, then Kevin, then Tay, then Mike, then John Lane, and then Act 2 is going to be Oliver Southgate. We already got the people doing that. Got Tavier, Iceman, Kalshawn, George, Juan, Del, Ronell, and then you're all going to say your names. Remember,
Mars goes up there right now, right?
Mars, we're going to save Ronell for
Doing
next
that
week.
next week.
Mars will come back, don't worry. We already got Mars right here. Yeah, you're going first. But remember, guys.
After you do the names.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Do they read one name or both names?
Let's do.
We said we was gonna do what we was gonna do one space it out, and then bring it back around.
How about we do read one name at the beginning when you read the names, and then cap off Act 1. We'll read the rest of the names. How does that sound?
Write it up there, Carson.
Write it up.
So everybody just reads one.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. As long as
We'll
they're
stretch a little bit.
too.
Don't worry.
Okay, guys, focus up. You're going to read one name, just one name on the card the first time, and at the end of that act, you're going to read the second name. Okay?
Does that make sense? For the snaking order of how we're going to read the names. So Todd is going to be up here. Todd knows what he's going to say. Todd's going to say his sentence and a half, and then here's what we're going to happen. We're going to go. How do we want to do this? How about this? Todd's here. Hi, my name's Todd. This is reading of the names. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to Bibby, then Richard, and then Meech. We're gonna go all around to this side, and then we're gonna do.
Hey, good idea. How about this, Carter?
You confused.
Let's
Make it simple. Todd's here, right? He starts.
Todd's gonna start up there.
Todd's up there. You'll be first.
Okay.
Touch the next person on the shoulder so they know to go. Boom. And then they give up. That way it's like you're tagging in. It doesn't matter as long as you get tagged in.
You see what I'm look. If it go here,
pay attention to Kevin.
Then him. Then it'll go down the line, and then you'll go to him, and then it'll end on this side.
But these two don't need to go.
So John Wayne
The whole thing.
Right.
We could do it that way.
So
why
look.
don't you just go like Garrett, you boom, 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 boom.
You just want to do a line?
I think that.
And stay up after you read the name.
And stay up after you read the name.
Stay up after you read and everyone goes, draw it down.
So we're starting with
Garrett has
Let's start with
to-
Garrett.
we're gonna
Okay,
start
so
with Garrett
and then it'll just
and
go
down
across.
the line.
Yeah. So it's gonna go. Yeah. So we got Garrett's row, and then Meech, and then Tavier. That's how it's gonna go. Cool.
I like a plan.
Yeah. Remember, when you're kicking a piece, you got 3 minutes. That's how much they got out there.
That's what Todd is saying. Like, stand and be respectful.
Yeah.
So if you go over 3 minutes, you're going to hear the beeper and we're going to say, thank you, next. Like we do before.
Are they really clapping?
So you hear it real loud.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
So you got tighten up. Tighten up.
Yo, we're going to the strip club.
Carter!
The gold room. The gold room. The gold
Figure
room.
it out. We'll go to the
Look at
gold room.
his face.
No, he doesn't want to hang out with me. Now I
He
feel
wants to
bad.
hang out with me.
That's a whole different scene, man.
All right. You guys have shown up. Now we're going to show out. Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right.
Dad?
One more thing.
You're the director.
One more thing. Gary, could you put that chair in the door, please, again?
Oh, yeah, for that.
Can't forget that. That made a big difference. You hear me?
Hell yeah, that's immediate.
Whoa.
All right. We ready to go? We here and we ready to work?
We're ready to work.
Okay. Thank you, Garrett.
Thanks, Gary.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Carter Franco-Conti. Welcome to Hotel ACJ, also known as the worst hotel in the world. Welcome to the book. Welcome to Oversight, the book of JOB at the ACJ. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now at the part of the agenda where we're going to have public comments. Again, if your name is signed on the sheet, you'll be permitted to make a public comment. We just ask that you limit your remarks to 3 minutes. When you hear the buzzer, we'd ask you to quit speaking because we want to give everyone the opportunity to speak. We want everyone to have the same amount of time, so please be mindful of that.
We ask, as always, everyone, would you please be respectful and courteous? If you cannot be respectful and courteous, then we'd ask that you exit the meeting at this time. You know there's no swearing. There's no name calling. There's no yelling. If you want to be heard, we need to understand you without any inappropriate language or any improper remarks. We definitely want to hear what you have to say. So speak up clearly, please. Just please, no profanity, no yelling, no screaming, and treat everyone with respect. The same respect that you would expect. And with that being said, our first speaker is
Hello, good morning. My name is Todd Summers, and now if you are able, please rise for the reading of the names of the dead.
Richard Chuba II.
Robert Blake.
Unit Manager Roundtree.
Officer Wallace, age 64, 8 years after retirement.
Gerald Thomas,
John Brady,
Nicole Barufi,
Officer Gorm, age 57, 7 months after retirement.
Julie Lee Ross Jr.,
Robert Harper, Officer Thomas, age 68, 4 years after retirement.
Douglas Bernard.
William Spencer,
Officer Scott, age 75, 8 years after retirement.
Rick Morgan, age 59, 9 years after medical disability retirement.
Officer Calvin Dean, age 45, complication during heart surgery, died on the operating table.
Former President Jay Young, age 64, 8 years after retirement.
Tim Menino,
Officer Hood, age 66, 4 years after retirement.
Eugene Jones. You got 3 minutes.
Hello, how's you doing? My name is Eugene Jones, and I came up here to talk about how I went to the hole. And so I was in my room. The CO kept coming over to my door, being disrespectful, calling me out my name, talking about I should have crashed on him on the pod, talking about I should have put my hands on him, this and that and the third. But he kept disrespecting me. And we went on hunger strike because they wouldn't let us come out of our room. They kept burning us for rec, not letting us go out for rec and take showers. They wouldn't let us take showers or none of that. So our pod went on hunger strike. And the CO kept disrespecting us, basically, like calling us out our names and treating us like we nobody and stuff like that. So he came to my room and started like really using profanity, trying to degrade me for real, like belittle me. And I told him, like, I'm already going through enough problems. I would just like for you to leave me alone, basically. He kept pursuing it, like he provoking me. So when it was time for us to get our food, I grabbed my food and I threw it over the top tier, and they took me to the hole. But the reason I did what I did is because I stood up for the men. Like, I didn't eat my food and I was hungry. I still didn't eat my food or none of that because I believe in going out for rec and getting in the shower and all that. Like, we was locked down for no reason. They put us on lockdown for no reason. They be treating us like we're nobody. They do us any type of way and they get away with it. The COs be getting away with it. But when something happened, then they're quick to blame us and say we're the problem, but they don't be trying to check their COs or their sergeants or anything. That's not cool. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it made me feel some type of way when I was in the hole. But when I had to think about it, if I had a chance to do it again, I would do it again for the men because I believe in standing up for the men. Like, it's a lot of people who don't stand up for the men. They'd rather be on the CO side and all this extra stuff, but I'm not feeling that.
Thank you, next.
My name is Demetrius Caligiuri. I once believed that I could solve any problem, and if I didn't know the answer, I'd find it eventually. But once I got locked up and started doing my time, it became clear to me that my kind of thinking was just my ego talking. Truth was, I was good at helping others, but had no clue how to help myself. At the Daytona racetrack, as those incredibly well-tuned machines roll around the track and day changes to night and back to day again, every single car needs a stop to get out of the race for a time, and they call those pit stops. Even the greatest of those race cars can't make it without those steps, and often those adjustments are more important to the car than the shape it was initially in, and the same applies to me. I'm at my own pit stop in jail. When I got to jail, I started doubting myself. I started letting my fears consume me. I started thinking, this is who I am. This is what I'm supposed to be. But I had to learn if I want change in my life, then I need to be prepared to change. For me, jail has been an important journey. Otherwise, I won't have to wait 27 years before I could start my life again. When I got to jail, I realized the opportunity is low in jail. The violence is high. I learned to show my strength through intelligence. There are mental patients everywhere, gangs, racism, but worse than that, it's just being frozen in time. I started reading anything and everything that related to incarceration. I found out things about our prison system and discovered that it has holes such as gigantic proportions, is larger than the entire university system in this country. I read that it costs $10,000 more dollars to send somebody to prison than it does to send them to an Ivy League college. We've outstruck every country in the terms of number of people incarcerated, but yet the quality of our public education lags behind every other country's. It's like America is the world champion when it comes to locking people up, but yet when it comes to giving people the skills, hope, knowledge to pursue other alternatives, we seem to get worse each year. But I also read many stories of people who came home from prison and became very successful. I realized that these people accomplished such stunning life changes because they never gave up on the idea of the right to be unreasonably happy. And that's when I knew and believed that I had the right and ability to recreate my own life. Yeah, that's all I got for right now.
Thank you.
That's all I got for right
now. How you doing? Good morning. My name is Kevin Crew. So coming from where I come from, there's not a lot of structure in our environment. We do a lot of what we see. So my time here at the jail, I've worked on changing my thinking and recreating myself based on the programs that they have given us. Every program that the jail has offered, I have taken, from GED to reentry to the HOPE program that I'm currently in now. And I'm using these things to be able to give myself a chance when I get out, by giving myself better coping skills and learning things that I didn't know growing up in the environment that I grew up in. And also the things that we learn here in the jail, it's important because it takes like two parts. It's not just us as inmates, but it's also the COs who should respond to the things that we're learning, these different coping skills, these different ways of thinking. And it's important to bridge the gap for them to see us as people and us also to see them as people. Because once you do that, like, it would cut down on a lot of the problems in the jail, and people will respond better to human beings and not he's an inmate or he's a CO, but just a person interacting with a person, a man interacting with a man, or a man interacting with a woman. And I feel like the things that I have learned from these different classes help me with my everyday interactions with COs and people. And it's very important for that gap to be bridged because it helps the jail run better. They have to work here and we have to live here for the time being. And it cuts down on a lot of the things that go wrong here because nobody sees the other person as a human being.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, Dante Harper. So I come to you today and I say that the glass is not half empty, it is half full. Sometimes we are so focused on the negative things that are going on in our life, it makes us blind to the blessings that are right in front of our eyes. More often than not, you hear about how terribly cruel this jail actually is, and yes, that part is true. However, there are a few things we tend to overlook when talking about this prison. Like, for example, every day we are provided with 30 minutes of free phone time to use when we please. We're also gifted $100 a month into our accounts, which we can use for commissary, music, movies, or whatever else you decide to spend it on. Some folks even keep it so they can have some money in their pocket when they're released from prison. Then we move on to the educational side of things. You can earn your GED. You can also earn a few college credits to use once you're released from prison. We also have a program called CTR with the RICA Foundation, and CTR stands for Cognitive Therapy Recovery. It helps us see the world from a different point of view and shows us that there is life after prison. The 3 instructors has a combined of 40 years of federal and state prison time, and now they're giving back to the prison system to help us reform and re-enter society. Lastly, there are plenty of other programs down here as well. You can get hooked up with a trade school program. You can earn your certified chef license. There's even an art program that will take your work to an art gallery on the east side of Pittsburgh so it can be showcased to the public. As my professor would say, this is not the best hotel. It's not 5-star at all. However, if we continue to overlook these type of things, I'm afraid that the residual effects will be detrimental to programs and people who believe that we deserve a second chance as inmates. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike, you have 3 minutes.
Hi, my name's Mike, and in this very room, it's been also spread throughout these walls of this institution are many good men and women with good hearts, trying against long odds to create change in themselves, but also change within these walls of this Allegheny County Jail. For too long, both sides, the population and the officers, have been taught to act certain ways towards each other, developing a culture that is very unhealthy and very needlessly destructive. The Allegheny County Jail is part of the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. Now, I know that we all have our own idea what the definition of correction is, and hopefully, with some time and a little effort, we all can come to some sort of agreement on what this word will mean when we use it within these confines of this jail. Recently, there have been steps to make improvements at the jail. This Jail Oversight Board is a big step in that right direction. Hopefully, I can suggest that in my experience, that in order to create the changes that I feel that we desire, warrants the input of the very people who ultimately live within the confines of these walls, where this improvement is to take place. Please remember that our brothers and sisters, even our fathers and our mothers, are the populace of this jail. We are not numbers. We are not names on a report. We are over a quarter of the population of Allegheny County. Yes, over 250,000 people have been in this system to be fingerprinted, photographed, and judged by our peers for making the mistakes that we all make. So what better resource to take advantage of to include some sort of representation of the very people who know the workings of what's happening in real time in the jail is, in my opinion, too valuable of a resource to balk at. Please take advantage of this free commodity. I'm sure the return will be well worth the investment.
Thank you. John Lane, you got 3 minutes.
How you doing? My name is John Lane. What I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is how the mail system goes here in the jail. It's not fair. I know life isn't fair, but this is like the way it's structured and the way that they handle the mail process. It's handled in a way where it forces you to not have a voice, and they dictate what they want to let leave the jail or not. And they do it based off of, I believe, I'm not there, but I believe based off of the addresses or who it is that you're trying to reach out and contact, if it's addresses that I believe that can help you try to free yourself or get people to support you. For some reason, those letters don't reach their destination. They have a form called a Form 25 form, 125. I call it the 125 form. There's a white copy on top and there's a pink copy behind it. You're supposed to sign it, and you're supposed to have the officer sign it and attach it onto your mail. This is to have proof that you did mail something from the jail. Now, I always take the pink copy like I'm supposed to, which is my proof that something left the pod and that I mailed something. They instruct you to keep the pink copy on there, and when they get to the mail room, they'll send you the pink copy back as a receipt to let you know that they received it and that they sent it out of the jail. However, if you keep both copies on there and your mail leave the pod, and then they take it and throw it away, you have no proof that you put anything in the mail. That's why I always keep the pink copy to be able to show that I mailed something. Again, a lot of times that you mail things, it doesn't reach their destination. And I think the way that they have the mail system going, the process is not in our best interest, it's their best interest. I'll keep the pink copy, letting them know so I can show that I mailed something to the court. However, the court will never receive it and it never reached the docket. And then I'm talking to the managers and counselors and stuff like that. And they look at me like, well, what do you want me to do? I don't have anything to do with the mail for real. And they're right. They really don't. And I think that the mail system and the whole process should be handled differently, and for them to have a camera on them to show that they actually mailed or mail. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Todd Summers. And now, if you are able, please rise for the reading of the names of the dead.
Officer Pretorius, age 64, died before retirement.
Officer Lesko, age 29, suicide.
Damon Leroy Case.
Officer Butler, unknown age, 9 years after retirement.
Officer Stephanie Tyson, age 69, 4 months after retirement.
Officer Howard, age 62, 9 years after retirement.
Officer Levy, age 46, brain cancer.
Richard Lenhart.
Justin McAuliffe.
Officer Ireland, age 59, 5 years after disability retirement.
Terrence Clowney.
Officer Colbert, age 67, 3.5 years after retirement.
Officer Mosley, age 71, 3 years after retirement.
Tracy Binkley Harris.
Victor Joseph Zing.
Zachary S.
Officer Sable,
Age 60, 2 years after retirement. Officer Best, age 63, 5 years after retirement.
Thank you very much. Oliver Southgate is next.
Hi, my name is Oliver Southgate. I was incarcerated for a total of 1.5 years over the period of 2 years. First time I was arrested was for institutional vandalism. I spray painted the letters, K.O. by love, which is a quote by Radio Raheem from the movie Do the Right Thing. In other words, I was saying knock out by love. To the military state at CMU on the Carnegie Institute building. On each column, I wrote a letter, so I meant business. I was arrested. I knew I was going to be arrested. I was arrested after that. I spent just 1 day in jail or 2 days. Nothing to report there. I just got out on an OR.
I'm Oliver Southgate. And after that, I had some subsequent arrests for doing simple things that I should not have been doing, time for, trespassing at a hotel where I did a lot of business of mine. It's private. It's the kind of thing I do. I confront evil. There's nothing wrong with confronting evil. That's not illegal. It's not illegal to confront evil. When I was in jail, I was beaten and tased badly by a CO. I did confront him. It seems like he didn't really mean to do it. So I did forgive him for that in my heart. But he beat me badly. I was bruised, and my heart was bruised, and he broke my glasses. I didn't have glasses for the first month that I was in 5C, the pod 5C, the worst pod in the whole jail. There was no soap provided for the prisoners there, at least for me and the other inmates. I don't think. No soap, no toothpaste, no toothbrush. I didn't have a shower for about 2 months.
I was in there for 2 months. Then I moved to 5D and then 5F. On 5F, there was Officer, what was his name? Kronos, who admitted to doing something with a Somalian family on this Greek island at home. And he admitted that too. He said this to me and my fellow prison mates, and I thought this guy's completely evil. And then there's this another guy, and when I was in 2E and another arrest for a simple, like, I pointed a finger at somebody and said bang. He was a very evil individual at a church, but I pointed him out. I was arrested on a felony charge of terroristic threats. That was reduced to disorderly conduct eventually, and I was released. On a positive note, the only thing I could say positive about jail was the other inmates, and there was some nurses and some staff, and that's all I had.
Hello, I'm Tavier Finney. I've received numerous reports over the past week and a half about a gun being brought into the jail through the employee entrance, up through security, onto the pod, and then by a person who worked at the jail but was not legally allowed to possess a firearm. And then there were being a cover-up of sorts of the other employee after the fact. And I'm just wondering, one, how a person gets hired and not pass a gun qualification when they are not legally allowed to possess a gun. And two, how a gun gets through security, because that's the entrance I go through. And I mean, I have to put like my pen, my notebook through the scanner. And so I'm just wondering if we could have a little information, as well as have people been fired or people suspended, what's the status of that, and why the jail oversight board wasn't notified.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Frederick Allen. This is a piece from the Iceman that cometh. It's a book. I'm gonna read just parts of it. So I'm gonna start. This is his friend Larry Grins. Yes, it's my bad luck to be cursed with an iron constitution that even Harry's booze can't corrode. Rocky, that the old anarchist wise guy that knows all the answer. That's you, huh? I go Larry. Larry frowns. Forget the anarchist part of it. I'm through with the movement long since. I saw men that didn't want to be saved from themselves for what would that mean? They would give up greed. They'll never pay the price for liberty. So I said to the world, God bless all here, and may the best man win and die of gluttony. And I took a seat in the grandstand of the philosophical detachment to fall asleep observing the cannibals do their death dance. Ha 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 ha. Ain't I telling the truth? Conrad, Hugo? Oh, for Christ's sakes, here we go again.
Thank you.
My name is Kelshawn Lovelace. I actually was supposed to come up here and read a piece, but I kind of went against it because I feel like speaking from the heart right now.
And what I mean from speaking from the heart is about this jail. They treat different people unusual. When I say that, I mean to say is like, I feel like everyone should be treated equally, not just because we're in jail, but just from society, even out there. I feel like people should treat others how they want to be treated. And I feel like they look at certain people, and when I say certain people, I feel like me, myself, and they look at it like, all right, well, for instance, if you got a lot of influence over the people that you're around, I feel like they feel like you use it for bad. And I feel like they got me all mixed up because my case is a high profile case. They look at it like, oh, well, he got a lot of influence, so he use it as bad. They got me all mixed up. I use my influence for good. And I feel like they look at it like this place is what you make it. But I feel like this place is honestly what we make it. And when I say we, I mean as inmates, as COs, like my peer Kevin said, I feel like we all should come to a common ground and feel like we should be able to talk to the men in black, and they should feel like they should feel like they're able to talk to the men in greens, like a person being a person, not just you're a CO or I'm an inmate. So I come to this to say is I feel like everyone should be treated equally. Despite our cases, you should treat one another how you want to be treated. That's all I got.
Thank you.
My name is Terrence. After talking to a couple of ex-juveniles offenders, I learned that the groups we take to better ourselves, they do not have an option to take. These groups give us a sense to think better and help us grow into being a better person as adults. I have a son that's a juvenile delinquent, not in the ACJ, thank God. But these are kids that are still developing. Their brains are still developing. I understand they have a good school system for them, but what programs do they have to help them with critical thinking and response? How come they don't have a pod for juveniles that offer groups to keep them aware of not coming back to places like this? I know that's a self problem, but putting things like this smack in their face could bring change. I don't know the rate of a juvenile being released and becoming a reoffender as a juvenile or adult. Some of these groups we get as adults should be given to these juveniles to better themselves, such as relationship, mindful thinking, peace education, Rumble Ready, CTR, and all the other groups I forgot to mention. Something should be put in place to help these juveniles see and look at life different. If you put a bear, lion, tiger, and a jaguar all in one room without no training, it's going to be chaos. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. Jones Farnese with Penn. As reported by Warren Clark, recent testing at the jail has been revealed. Possibility of Legionella in the 2 faucets in the jail. Here are some things to consider. For those who are unaware, 99% of people who get it are hospitalized and 4% die. So this situation must be taken very seriously. I'm sure it is. Bottled water should have been provided to residents as they have no other alternative but to drink from the faucets inside their cells. That is very close to the cell toilet as well. My understanding is that all staff have the ability to buy bottled water. Clean water should be provided to ACJ residents until the health departments clear the entire jail as safe from Legionella. Medical care takes longer to get into jail. The time it takes to file sick call requests and then to be seen slows the time it takes to get treatment. Thank you, board, and all involved in moving the responsibility, family, and attorney notification policy. It is even more important to take this disease very seriously, as residents and their families are going to be very worried until all clear is given by the health department. Penn would like to remind the jail oversight board that responsible family and attorney notification is still an issue we are hoping to fully see implemented in the very near future. Thank you.
Thank you.
How y'all doing? My name is my name is Brian Angler. I'm the president of the Correction Officers Union. I just want to say we look forward to working with Warden Clark on all these issues, and I also want to thank her as well as Judge Judge of Ashvik, John Konitzowitz, Dan from Healing the Hero, and Dr. Fong for stressing the importance of this for correctional officers. The annual cost is $19,900 to train each individual for peer support remotely. That's absolutely a doable expense. I wanted to address some issues that were troubling the officers that was mentioned about FMLA. From January to July, we have worked 123,000 hours of overtime work. That's not included jobs that were cut. A lot of officers were upset about the FMLA comments Miss Helen made, so they wanted me to apologize on behalf of them. So, for example, Officer G said he's sorry he couldn't work more of these hours. He just didn't have it in him to tell his wife to tough it up and take his 4-year-old to leukemia so he could go work at a jail that's been understaffed for 10 years. So he apologizes. Officer D really apologizes because 5 years ago he was given 18 months to live. So he's sorry he's not working as much overtime as he used to. He beat cancer once, twice, and now he's on his third round of head and neck cancer. He would love to work more hours, but again, the 123,000 hours is due to understaffing by family medical leave. Officer H would like to apologize because even though he stays 3 days a week, he was in my class. Sometimes it's difficult with his colostomy bag because of his colorectal cancer. Officer D would like to say she's sorry. She doesn't come in on her days off anymore because she's pregnant and she's working a double every day so that she has enough time to take off family medical leave to be a mom to their first child. Officer D also apologizes. You know his mom didn't have to take an Uber to work to Hillman for her breast cancer, but you don't have to worry about his FMLA anymore. She passed away. So all these officers say they're going to do a better job to work these crazy hours so that we can't be accused of FMLA abuse. And actually, I'm just going to give you an I'm sorry card about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The chief complaint is overtime. This is absolutely the chief complaint. Employees are being forced to mandate to work a significant amount of overtime, and they will voice those concerns as they should. We have tried to make some provisions. As you know, the union came to us several months ago, and I believe the phone room was their idea. It was a good idea. We implemented it. However, that is not the end of it, nor it is the complete answer to the issue. We are trying to do other things to make conditions as manageable as possible for people who are working 16 hours a day. It is difficult. I can tell you with certainty, and I know this does not make the situation as easier for anyone. That is not a Allegheny County Jail standalone problem. This is a national problem. Every correction system in the country is dealing with it. There are systems across the country that are locking down every day. Some systems have been locked down for years because of staffing shortage. Others are conducting rolling lockdowns on a county continuing basis and shutting down everything, including programs, because they do not have enough staff. This is not just a ACJ issue. I know that is not any excuse, and it may not be what people want to hear, but this is a national issue. It is difficult right now to recruit and retain people in those positions for many different reasons. However, we are pursuing every avenue available to bring new employees in, and more importantly, encourage them to stay. I have personally spoken with people approaching their 50th birthday and asked, are you retiring simply because you are turning 55, or would you consider staying a few more years? Sometimes they do, sometimes they do not. But this is an issue we are actually examining along with everyone else working in this field.
Thank you.
This is a letter to the future warden from Mars Korn, Duquesne University undergraduate, outside student at the Allegheny County Jail. I won't pretend I know much about what your job entails. I don't understand the stress of your position, the weight that your decisions carry. What, or rather who I do know, are the people whose care you are charged with. I know Sydney, who prefers to go by Sid, who talks passionately in class about the birth of her son and the passing of her dog, her best friend. I know Sean, a soft-spoken man whose poetic voice eloquently conveys the inmates' frustration with the racism that they face both inside and outside of the jail. I know Kevin, who taught me about water bags, plastic bags filled with water that the men use for strength training, one of the many creative ways they have developed to pass their time. I know Ronell, a man moved by his own experiences playing football as a child, dedicated to starting his own nonprofit sports program to prevent at-risk kids from ending up in the same situation he did. I know Mia, who shook my arm in class the day I was about to fall asleep after an overnight shift and never misses a class save for the days when the COs simply don't retrieve her. I know Demetrius, who goes by Meech, who brings me butterscotch candy in class and speaks of the black mold in the vents that pumps the air that the inmates must breathe, and in the faucets which spits out the water they must drink. I know Frederick Allen James, a confident speaker with powerful thoughts and opinions he hopes to carry beyond the walls of the prison following his presidential pardon. I know John Lane, who once taught me about the beads he wears every day around his neck, symbolic of his beliefs in upholding his values of honesty, compassion, and truth. I know Eugene, a fiery and passionate young man who speaks to the class about fighting for the men. I know LaFond, a man who is always smiling and friendly in a place full of crippling tension and loneliness. I may not know much about your job, but I do know these people. I know their names. I know their stories. I hear about their families. I've learned their hopes, their dreams, and their needs. So as you are stepping into this new role amid all the other challenges you have to face, that is what I ask you pay attention to. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
My name is Kevin Crew.
My name is Richard Horn. My name is Todd Summers. My name is Demetrius Calajuri.
My name is John Lane.
My name is Mars Korn.
Randall Tate.
Eugene Jones.
Randall Tate.
My name is Michael Evans.
My name is Javier Finney.
My name is Dante Harper.
My name is Kelshawn Lovelace.
My name is DeWalt Carey.
My name is Terrence George.
My name is Paul Howard.
Ronnell Caddy.
My name is Norman Conti.
My name is Carter Donald Franco Conti. We got Frederick Allen Bibby James coming through the door right now. Meeting adjourned. Thank you for your time. We got probably 10 minutes left in class today, maybe a little bit more. Depends on when Garrett's going to let us go. We'd love to do a little bit of talk back with you guys.
That was awesome, but let's hear what they say on the outside.
Great work, guys. This was amazing. Let's talk to the people on the outside with the time we got left. Thank you.
Don't be shy outside, people.
Don't you dare get shy on us now. That was beautiful.
The men are calling for Susan and Roger. What y'all think? We forgot to put film in the camera.
It was good to hear how the men. It was interesting. The differences of how some folks feel and how others feel. I could hear the anger, feel the anger, but also to understand it. You know, just about everybody brought up the fact that they've talked to the guards and have had communication with them and talked about how they try to understand the other side and where they're coming from. So I appreciated all that. I'm not going to take up all the time trying to break it down on each person, but for me, that was the overall what I heard from the men about trying to accept the other side's point of view. And, you know, that's always a wise thing to do. And so I appreciate that from the men.
Susan, Roger.
I'm still listening. I'm listening to very devastating silence because I know that a lot of the meditation that was shared this morning came out of silence. Our students going deep, deep, deep into the self. And I appreciate you stepping forward to the microphone and sharing that with all of us. And I appreciate our ensemble again for not just speaking, but for listening. I think that that is a fundamental issue. And there are obviously so many other issues that are at play here. We're talking about clean water. We're talking about access to mail, which is a conversation that I heard for the first time today. You know, it's a federal offense to tamper with someone's mail. So that's a serious violation of constitutional rights. To be denied access to fresh air, to sunshine, to recreation, all of those things are cool and unusual. And in many different ways, in many poetic ways, in many disturbing ways, you've spoken to those problems. And you have given us a sense of what is truly important here. I think that what's important is communication. When we are not allowed to communicate with each other, and when we are not allowed to communicate with ourselves, within ourselves, that is a violation of humanity. So I want to thank you all for stepping up into full humanity, not just for yourselves, because I never heard anyone this morning talking simply as an individual. I heard a lot of commitment to institutional change and to individual and, dare I say, spiritual change. And now I'm going to shut up. Got a couple more minutes. Susan, please, would you bless us?
Yeah, sadly, I only have a couple of minutes because I have to go into another class and I have 4 pages of notes. So I will share those, but I'll just give you a couple of minutes of them. First of all, bravo. What great, great work from all of you. Wow, really moving, powerful witness, testimony, courage, speaking. Thanks for speaking from the heart and going off script. Thanks for having scripts. Thanks for writing scripts. Thanks for all of it. You've created a great piece of work here. I just want to say a couple of things because I'll be out of time, but I do want to share these notes with you. So maybe next week I'll get to do that. Eugene, I loved how you started. That was so great. You just kind of brought us right in, and that whole beginning was, that's it, I'm there. I mean, right before that, there was, I heard the voice, but didn't see it. But that very formal voice right before you started, public comments need to be no profanity, whatever. There was that. And then you went in and it was, I have more to say about it, and I won't because I have to get off in a minute. But I look forward to giving you my notes. But just to say, it was really a powerful piece of witness and theater and truth, and great. And there, you just did it. Demetrius,
Thank you.
Thank you. I have more to say, but I don't have the time. So just know the notes are coming. Demetrius, I'll look forward to you being off script with that. Like figure out which part you need to be on and which part you need to be off. And that's a general comment, actually, because I found that 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 sometimes one would need to look at notes for something, but then sometimes one doesn't. So anyway, that's just something to think about. Gosh, there was such great work in all of it. I know I have to go, but I have to say this to John Lane. There's a piece in Dickens, and I have to get it to you. Charles Dickens, the British writer, wrote a lot about how administrations, institutions, prisons, because his family was imprisoned. I mean, that's his great work comes out of the fact that at 11 years old, he's the one sole family member that is responsible for getting his family out of prison. So he's very connected to prison. That's his work. That's his life work. It takes him years to do that. But anyway, he writes about the bureaucracy in a way that you touched on today. He has a brilliant section in, I think it's Little Dorrit, where he writes about something called the Circumlocution Office. And it's that papers never, the whole system is set up so that there are these copies and they make it to other offices and other offices and other offices, and nothing's ever getting delivered and nothing's ever getting, it's all just, and you captured that. And what I want you to do, because that's a piece I think we want you to work on, is that piece, the pink copy, and getting the pink copy and writing the white copy. And where does the pink copy go? Just on its own, like there's a piece there. Anyway, I'll say more about that. I love the idea of the Oliver Southgate, I might be saying the name wrong, but I love the different voices coming in to that. Because what that did for me theatrically is that I was him. Anyway, I have to go. I have more to say. This was incredible, and I'm sorry to leave. I'll see Carter. I'll see you in about an hour, and 15 minutes. But men, bravo, and I'll see you next week. And I hope you're all going to be in Hamlet. That's all I can say. I hope that all of you are going to do Hamlet.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you all so much. This was such a great day. For those of you that don't know, Andy Conitzer is a friend of mine. His son and Carter grew up together, and they were in theater together. And when Carter got his first big break in middle school theater, he was playing the Beast in the second half of Beauty and the Beast. And when he took the mask off at the end, Andy was up front and he said, "Oh shit, that's Carter," and because he didn't know, because he's such a convincing beast. I don't know where he learned that skill, but and that was in Carter's college essay. Andy was a political scientist in a former life. Any thoughts as a political scientist?
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not just lurking here in the background. I mean, this is my first time with a program like this, and I'm just sort of drawing things in right now. I was very deeply touched by everything that I heard, but as somebody who used to do a lot of research abroad and in different situations, I find that it's better at the beginning to kind of listen and save any comments for later once I, have a better understanding of everybody's context and yeah, even what the design and the purpose of the program is. One thing I had a question, first of all, that I think you guys could answer is, what is the reading of the names and what is I don't want to say the goal. Everything doesn't have to have a goal, but what are we doing with that?
So the reading of the names are the COs that passed away and the inmates that passed away. So we read them in respect to pay respect to them. I mean, for to acknowledge them and basically keep their memory alive.
Okay.
So Andy, I don't know if you're familiar with the actual jail oversight board. You can watch the meetings on YouTube. I wouldn't recommend it. but the sort of the guards union, right? They read the names of the guards and the cause of death, right? This is you understand this is a political move,
right?
And the activist or the church people or the marks or whatever you want to call them, they read the names of the incarcerated citizens and they don't say why they died. And it's kind of, I find it, I have issues with it. So I'm not gonna say more than that, but so the whole point of this thing is to kind of turn this Parks and Rec public dialogue, community theater, reality TV into a piece of art that we can reflect back at the Jail Oversight Board, because it's functioning much like the larger democracy at the moment.
Okay, so you're sorry, but Norm, but you're saying then that at the board they will just read the CO's names, and no one reads the prisoners' names at all, or
no? The president of the CO union reads the CO names, and other people read, the activists read the inmate names.
All right, I got you.
So right, it's a political back and forth. This is our weapon. This is your weapon, and we're crossing swords.
Yeah, it makes. I'll say I understand it. I don't want to say it makes sense.
Yeah.
So how often you folks meet then?
This class meets we usually meet every Friday, but Carter's been so into it, we've been doing it Wednesday and Friday.
Okay, so you'll meet next Wednesday?
Yeah, we're only on Zoom on Fridays though.
Okay. Well, I hope to see you guys next Friday.
I hope to see you. I hope you feel better, buddy.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
All right.
Thanks, folks.
I think we're over time. That's a wrap. Thank you so much. Yes.
Can I just take a minute?
Yeah. Okay, everyone.
This is just 1 minute.
This is my wife. I expect you to be quiet. Go ahead.
I just want to speak as a parent and just say thank you. It's really wonderful to see my children grow.
Yay.
Thank you, Dean. I wasn't expecting that.
No, I just want to thank the guys. Like, this is a growth moment for my kids.
Yes, and I know that by extension, you're talking to the entire class.
I am.
And
all of you.
we appreciate and we are so, so grateful for your love.
Thank you. Better you.
And Grayson.
Yay, Grayson. Yay, Carter. Yay, Norm. Thank you, guys.
He's strong for us. He's doing a good job with us.
It was wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right.
It was so good you got tears.
Thank you so much. Cut. See you next.